Boom shakalak. What's going on? This is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece when a monkey mind wants to take over. And yes, this is the Shangodiac for our good friends, the bipolar ones of the zodiac, okay? The Geminis, all right? This is for Gemini. Before we get started though, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I forgot to mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive, baby. All right? Just like that. In that order. And now without further ado, let's go. If you see, I don't know. I'm just going to mention it here, but we have a brand new service, a ritual for those who are in need. It's called Put Them in a Box, okay? Ideally, it's for individuals who are in situations where they kind of can't fight back. Maybe someone's fucking with you. A lot of different situations can occur where you kind of have to do something in a particular way. You can't just outright, do something physically or whatever. And or it may be more than one individual, okay? But if you need to put the lock on somebody, it is in a sense kind of like a binding, as far as like you're handcuffing them so they can't do nothing to you. But it's not necessarily a binding. I mean, it is, but it isn't, okay? But it is for protection, and it's also like an offensive thing too, as far as, well, I'm gonna drop a whole separate video about it, but I just want to say, for those who are interested, for those of you who have a situation, whether it's at work, personal life, and you need to get a handle, you need some handlebars on this shit, this is what you want to look into, okay? So without further ado, okay, we're going to get into the Geminis, okay? So, Gemini, the heart of the matter. Very interesting here. And these are done with, I've been doing all these new Shangodiacs with new cards. And today is no exception, okay? My goddess done hook me up, okay? Got it coming new, all right? So this is in the middle here of your 9-card spread, Gemini, all right? So we're dealing with a lot of deception and lies, all right? And as I'm being shown, there are some Geminis who will be watching this who have actually participated in, the deception and lies. This card though is about deception primarily to, it represents something being hidden from you. Whether it's someone's intention, they may have another intention for you, or an intention about something, or not, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, this is also about what you don't know, okay? Now, I'm going to go a little bit different here and address this first, because we always got to look at our part in any situation, I believe. That's just my thing, okay? And it's definitely not the easiest thing to do. But this, what secrets I'm just going to ask, okay? What secrets are you holding, Gemini, that could be interfering or fucking somebody else up in some form or fashion? Sometimes leaving out important information can be very detrimental, I just have this feeling, this massive feeling that there are some Geminis watching. Some, I didn't say all, who, are taking an active role in the shits, okay? Taking an active role in the shit, okay? Now, of course, the other way this card is playing out for me too, I do see some Geminis in work situations, and I will say this, if it does apply to you, and if you've been having some little feeling, I feel like there are some Geminis watching this who got people conspiring. I said people, as in plural, at work, okay? And they may be hiding certain things, information, kind of trying to trip you up, okay? But the other obvious scenario that I see for this card, and, you see everybody, this would be what it would look like if it's, you see everybody with the parachute, but when it's upside down, the parachute ain't fucking working. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker gonna fall, So there's also some of you with, this could also be simultaneous too, you know, having problems at work, because when it rains, it pours sometimes, you know. So there are people, there are Geminis, I should say, who got a situation, you know, with a lover who's keeping secrets, man, okay, who's being deceitful. I'm not saying necessarily that it's cheating, but they could be lying about a lot of other things that could, you know, affect the relationship, okay? So without further to do on that, that's what's in the middle. And I will tell you this too, if you're a Gemini and this is for you, then you have been having this problem. You've probably been getting a lot of arguments because you may have kind of called somebody out and been like, you're lying about this. And they're like, man, you're fucking crazy or whatever. They're trying to like gaslight you in a way. Or maybe they're not. Maybe, you know, maybe they're not. Maybe you are sometimes, you know. But the fact of the matter is, you know, something is going on and it's been driving you crazy. And you guys are very intuitive also. So, you know, that could work out like that too. Just a moment. I'm looking around here. Okay. I'm looking around. Okay. So another thing, and this is no surprise to me. You see this 6 of Hearts, baby. Reversed. Okay. For you, I'm going to say that this card is representing a lot of emotional imbalance. You know, you're really kind of living up to your name, your reputation in the zodiac as far as being bipolar. 1 minute you're real happy, next minute you're like, and it just feels like you're just fucking unbalanced, dude. Like, and some of that is, of course, due to your own, you know, thinking habits, how you interpret shit. For the other demographic of you also, you know, those who are, you know, more spiritually inclined, I guess you could say, or doing some type of spiritual work, that the average person, a muggle, isn't doing. And when people say, what's a muggle? Look it up. I just found this word out. Shout out King Cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start using it. I guess apparently it's a word from Harry Potter, okay? And it means like a non-magical person, someone who's not into any type of magical shit whatsoever. And they're just a regular human, okay? But if you are into that shit, though, there has been a lot of energy, okay, coming around. We've had a ton of influx of cosmic energies. Of course, they also represent what's going on in you, you know, but at the same time, they also do have an influence or an effect, I'll say at least, on you as well. Especially some of these, a lot of crazy shit. So shit's, right now, a lot of people are in these growth spurts and they're thinking they're going crazy. Some of them like, fuck, I want to just kill myself, you know, like it goes on and on, you know what I'm saying? But hold tight, okay? If you are involved in that, if not, then I would strongly suggest, still though, you got to keep grounded, okay? We all get off track, we all get ungrounded sometimes, and you know, you got to stay grounded. That's another thing. When there's a lot of energy going on, and you know, if you're not grounded, you're going to be too erratic, okay? You're going to be just pulled this way, pulled that way, and you know, you have to stay grounded, because it also helps you to stay focused on what you're doing. Because no matter what you're doing, once you set out to do something and you're like, this is what I'm doing, inevitably there's going to be shit thrown in your path, and it's going to come from everywhere, from your husband, from your wife, from your kids especially, okay? Especially, I said, from your kids and family, and or family, definitely workplace, you name it, okay? Underneath it all, though, you do have a good card. And I do feel like this, even though, you know, the placement of this card in this particular 9 spread is not necessarily forecasted, I'm feeling, though, to say it like this. So I'm going to go with that. You see that? Everybody working their way up. This is a very, very expansive, very, very powerful card to have, especially in the realm of finances, okay? And in some ways, I feel like a lot of you Geminis are actually kind of working on that. Like, you're making progress with that. You may not be where you want to, but you're making progress with that. But you have that end in mind. It's all about getting that focus, though, especially for you Geminis. Especially for you Geminis, okay? Yeah, look at this. Right next to that, 3 of Diamonds, baby. Building. You know what I'm saying? Little by little, building up, man. You know what I'm saying? Building up. I look at it as building up. He's trying to throw that box up there to this guy. And they're doing this shit. Yeah, we're stacking it. Building up, you know. There is an increase. Also, some of you Geminis are probably experiencing this, I guess you could say kind of a strange phenomenon, but it seems like a lot of manifestation is accelerated. Pay attention to that. That's why you have to focus on what the fuck you're thinking about. Not just what you're thinking about, but what you're thinking about that is backed by emotion. The emotion is the force that's projecting it on into your physical matrix, or which is what seems to attract it to also. One of the major things anyways. Where are we at with time? 10 minutes? Oh, I've been talking my head off with you guys. Okay, I'm just looking around here. I want to say this too, okay? Jack of Spades, baby. And to me, this feels really reversed, especially because this is in the middle line of the 3 cards. And, you know, this right here is also showing me there is definitely someone, you know, I got to say this too, man. I feel like this external threat is a reflection of some form. I feel like some of you Gemini, I know this is going to sound fucking nuts, man, but I feel like in some ways, some of you Gemini scare yourself. You are scared of yourself. You fear actually, you know, a large portion of your potential. And that's why you kind of kept yourself low to the ground, because there's not far to fall when you're kind of low or just low to the ground. And it could be in a certain area. It could be all around. Hey, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? But saying that to say, this guy is real too. A troublemaker. Okay? Someone who's going to be trying to kick up some shit with you, all right? And I feel for a few of you Geminis, this could even get physically violent, okay? Don't know how, don't know when, all right? But I feel like it's coming up soon, okay? You are on a collision course to have, you know, some beef with this asshole, okay? Or to have the beef accentuated and go to the next level, if that makes sense to you, okay? This is also a time, too, to start really focusing. I mean, I know a lot of you Geminis aren't one to really bite your tongue and all that stuff like that. But it's time to start being strategic. And maybe for some of you, I don't know who needs to hear this, but kind of chill on more or less the shock value and really focus. Because sometimes saying less is really saying more, you know? When you're able to get your point across and really just get it like pinpointed with the fewer words, it shows that you really A, know what you're talking about, and B, it's like you were really focused and you got it condensed into what you really mean to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's also coming across with this. All right. Let me see here. I do see this though too for you, some of you Geminis. Some of you Geminis have been trying. You just haven't really felt like either A, you belong here, or B, like you're safe here. There's always this underlying current of anxiety, okay? Like something's gonna go wrong, like you don't know what it is, you can't even call it, you know what I'm saying? But it's there. And I feel for the first time in a long time, maybe ever, for some of you Geminis, through whichever means this happens, okay? It could come through your own personal work. It could just come with you. I don't know exactly how it's gonna manifest for each one of you. Physically, of course, we could be here all night talking about that. But I feel like you're going to finally reach this level of, this feeling of secure. Like you feel emotionally secure as far as your environment, maybe even your relationship. And this is something that a lot of you have not even really ever had, maybe. But it's been very elusive, especially over the last few years. But this is it. Also, some of you Geminis are going to be taking it to the next level with your boot thing. Okay, you're gonna want to make it a household now. Okay, let's do something. Let's take it to the next level. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, and where are we at? Damn, 14 minutes. Shit. Anyways, this is on top of the head. For some of y'all, it's a earth sign, okay? Could be a Virgo. Some of you Geminis might be dealing with a Virgo, okay? And they've been on your mind, man. They've been on your mind, okay? You see her looking like a true, never mind. Got the baby shit, throw up everywhere, drop the baby, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, there's another Gemini out there. This card actually means you are actually being promoted. You're actually being promoted. And it may even just be in your own business. I have this strong feeling, I need to say it like it's for somebody who's actually in their own business, you know. You're really getting the hang of like serving people, figuring out how you can serve better. And in return, that bank account's just getting just obese, okay? Obese, all right? I would almost say morbidly obese, but when we're talking about bank accounts, I don't think you can really say that, you know? Okay, last card here. And we have the Queen of Hearts, baby. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of you are going to have a whole new dimension, a better relationship with your mother. There's a lot of motherly energy attached with this card. Sometimes it's somebody having a baby. Sometimes it's other things, okay? But I do feel like there is an opportunity that's going to be presented where you will, you know, either get things back on track, make things right, maybe start speaking again if you wasn't speaking. I don't know the situations, but making it right with moms, okay? And last but not least, some of you have a great-great-great-grandma or maybe a great-grandma, okay? And yes, even possibly a grandma that you haven't seen in years because she transitioned, and she is going to be instrumental in assisting you, okay? She actually is a gateway or gatekeeper to a lot of other ancestors who you know not of. And remember, we all have legions of ancestors, all right? Exponential, and they all have their specialties, and they're all accessible to you, okay? So that's what I have for you. Peace and blessings, all my gems out there. Shango right here. We will be back with another one, all right? One.